Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you're here. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. This is my toy hauler. My name's David, and this is Blinker Fluid Garage. Okay, before I get into what we have to do here, we've got one small pseudo repair and a modification to make. But before I get into it, I wanted to give a shout out to Forest River. And there's a reason I'm doing this. If any of you have RVs and you're on social media, or if you're not, this is what's happening. You're on social media, Facebook, or what have you. There's groups, there's one here that's called Forest River Owners Groups, there's RV Tricks, blah, 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 or whatever. There's a lot of things. You see a lot of people that are constantly complaining about these things. Just complain all the time. The smallest little things happen, they get their panties twisted and they go nuts. Well, here's the deal. I've put these people, these complainers, in one of two categories. The first one are the people who buy an RV and expect things to be absolutely perfect from day one and never have a problem. That is beyond unrealistic. These things are rolling earthquakes going down the road. Everything shakes and rattles and moves around in there. You're going to have issues. If you expect it to be perfect, you don't need an RV. Stay in hotels. The RV is not for you. Okay? Group number one. Group number two is the people that go into the auto parts store looking for that left-handed open-end wrench. Right? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There is a third group of people, and that's me. People like me. We don't go in looking for those left-handed open-end wrenches. We knew what we were getting into when we bought these things. We knew there was going to be a problem. We've had problems with this, but it's nothing that required going on the social media and whining about. I just did what I did, fixed it, kept on camping. So there's your two groups of people that you see crying on Facebook and whatever all the time. Now, there is some validity to some of it, not all of it, some of it, especially regarding quality control. There are some issues with quality control. There's some in this, and I can show you one. But it doesn't affect the use of this thing. It's those things that you look at and go, why? I don't get it. But, so this, and it's the post-Rona ones. Did I say that already? I don't know. Post-Corona RVs. This is a 2021 Forest River Wildwood 260 FSX toy hauler. Post-Rona. So I'm speaking from experience here. We did our Sturgis trip. If you've been watching the videos, you've seen it. And there's more coming of those. Did over 3,500 mile round trip, and there were some terrible roads that we went on. Nashville. Oh my God, Nashville. Come on. Kansas City, St. Louis, even Omaha. Oh, gross. And there's nothing against those cities. We have bad roads here in South Carolina also. Drive down 95. You'll see. But it shook the daylights out of this thing. No problems. None. Not a single failure due to the bad road, due to this thing shaking, due to poor craftsmanship. Did I get lucky? I don't know. I don't think so. This is our fourth season with this, and I've had one problem that was due to quality control. Did I cry about it on social media? No, just fix it. You know? So every time we're on a trip, especially like the long one we just took to Sturgis, every time we stop to stretch our legs or stop for fuel, I'll open the door and take a look around, especially if a motorcycle's in there. But if you listen to these people that are crying all the time on social media, I would open that door, look inside, and see these cabinets crash down onto this toilet I'm sitting on. Or these crash down onto the bed. Or those crash down on to this countertop. Even worse, my motorcycle, which is usually sitting right where you are. Excuse the mess. We got a camping trip coming up. We're trying to get everything back in order. As you saw, none of that happened. This rig did great. With over 3,500 miles, held together great. Let's get to it. All right, so here we are under the oven. Had to take the drawer out to get to it. So here's the problem. And this problem, as I mentioned earlier, is not related to how this camper was built. There's a problem with one of the components from one of the vendors that Forest River uses. And it's that water pump right there. That's the problem. So what happened, the way this works, this is the, as you can tell, this is the plumbing. And the way this works is that opening over there on the right, the far right, there's three of them. 1, 2, 3. On the far right, that's your city water hookup. So what that does, you pull into the campground, take your hose out, hook it to the water supply at the campground, into the side of the camper, pressurizes the system, comes in here, pressurizes the system. You can see the packs back there. Then you have water at the tap, and it fills your water heater. Works just like it does at your house. You go to the spigot, turn it on, boom, water. The other way to do it is this middle one right here, this hose. That is the fill hose for the freshwater tank. There's a 43-gallon freshwater tank on this camper. So if you're boondocking or something like that and you don't have access to a water hookup, you hit the switch on the panel, on that panel, turn the water pump on, and it works just like any other sink does. You turn the spigot on, there's your water. This third one over here, that's a spray port. It's got a quick disconnect on it. I've got a hose that came with it, a coil hose with the nozzle on the end, and just connect it on there and spray stuff down that's dirty or whatever. But here's the problem we had. And again, it has to do with the water pump. So we hook up, the water comes in through this line, it runs back around into the PEX, pressurizes the system. Okay, so what has happened, and to keep, so it, you can see the blue PEX, it runs down and it comes into this line right here. That one right back there. Now, that line leads to the water pump, okay? So it comes in right here and goes into the water pump. This stinking line is in the way, this pipe's in the way. That comes in right here. Now there's a check valve right here. It's a backflow valve. And what has happened is that backflow valve is failed, and when that, it's either failed or it jammed open. And we're leaving on another camper trip in about a week, so I don't have time to get another pump in and replace the pump or either fix that valve. So I'm going to do a temporary, I'm going to bypass the thing. But what's happening is the water's getting past that valve, going through the water pump, okay, out this side. And see, that's a check valve here, but I don't trust it, so I'm going to put another one in. Coming out of this and going down into this line right here, into the freshwater tank, filling the freshwater tank. Now, if you leave it unattended, like we did, because we did not know I had this problem, that freshwater tank is going to fill up, and this line right here is the overflow. So it comes out right there. We got back from riding, I forget where we were going, or where we were, but shut the bike off, I heard water pouring out of the camper. Immediately went into the oh crap mode. I looked under the camper, saw it was coming down the side over here, and so I ran around. It was coming out of this overflow. So right then and there, I kind of knew what the problem was. Wasn't that big of a deal. We only had about 2 days left, so we just I turned the water on and fill the freshwater tank up and use the water pump. You know, we could still use the sinks. We took showers and everything, so it's not a big deal. But I don't want to have to do that on our trip that's coming up. I don't have to run out and turn the water off. I don't want to have to monitor this fresh water tank every time the water's on. So I am going to put this ball valve into this line right here as a backup to this plastic one. All right, here we go. Now I got to figure out the easiest way to get to it. So ideally I would take this off, but they got the clamp on, it's facing the other way, so I can't get a screwdriver on it, and I can't even get to the one that's down here. Oh yeah, real quick, let me show you that quality control issue I was talking about. That's in here. Can you see this cut right here? Can y'all see that? That is terrible. Looks like they did it with a dull jigsaw. It doesn't affect the performance of it at all. I mean, you never see it because the drawer's in here all the time. That's just where this drawer is. But yeah, so anyway, let me fight my way around this stuff, make sure I get the right hose, which is this one. Figure out the best. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you guys. Elbowed you right in the face. Is it easier to go here or here? Probably here. Yeah, that's gonna go right there. All right. Now, let's cut this thing. Damn, I thought it was empty. Ugh. Alright, that's a fail, but let me get this in. I know I'm blocking you, but I'm kind of stuck here. You know, I don't try to hide anything. My screw ups they're real. Let me grab a towel real quick. All right, you hang out there, boss. Okay, I got the spill cleaned up. Got the hose clamp here, and I've got it on this one. So I'm trying to do, this is not easy to record, guys. Get this in the right spot. Should have grabbed a little socket to do this with. Nut driver. All right, now the easy one. trying not to knock over the camera. Yes, I probably will. I don't know if you can hear the fan in the background or hear that noise, but I've got power here at this storage facility, but it's not enough to run the AC, and it's still hot here in South Kakalaki. So, yeah, I got the fan on. All right. How we're looking? I don't think it's tight enough. Let me see. All right, I want to see if I have a socket small enough here in the camper to go on those. Stand by. Voila. Okay. I don't like what this one is. I'm going to loosen it up. See, I don't think it's on. I don't think it's on far enough. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Alright, snug this one down some more. Get out of the way. Oh, snug this one down a lot more. Yeah, I can get this extension off in here. Let me reset you on a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That'll do it. All right, there we go. Duded. I don't have a way to test it because I don't have any water here. So the test will be when we get to the campground. Live fire, man. So I'll let you know what happens. Because we leave in a couple of days. Actually, we leave Memorial Day. So we're trying to get this ready before we go. Actually, you'll probably see this video. Yeah, or when you see this video, I'll have toes in the sand and a beer in my hand. Yeah, because we're leaving now Monday, Memorial Day. All right. Let me put this drawer and all this mess back together and get that water out of there. And we'll go to the mod. All right, so here's what we're doing now. This, let me set this down. This is a tube for the dookie hose, you know, the sewer hose. Slips down in there. The lid goes on it. Bloop, bloop. You go. You travel down the road. And it extends So see that? And it mounts from frame rail to frame rail. And the reason I'm doing it is right now I'm keeping, don't be locked, yay. I'm keeping the dookie tubes in that took right there. And this is going away also. And so doing it for two reasons. One, just to get it out of here. I'm not having any problems with smells or anything. I just want it out of here. And two, it's going to free up this tote to put some of the stuff that I have just floating around in here. It'll get it all organized in there. So that's why we're doing it. Or I'm doing it and you guys are watching. All right, so I'm going to run this thing right here from this frame rail all the way to the other one. I've got this gas, there's a gas line here I've got to watch out for. I don't think it's going to be a problem though. So I'm going to use this bracket that came with this thing as a reference. I'm using, oh yeah, these holes. And these are I-beams, so I'm coming all the way out and I'm centering it on this little bracket right here. I guess I can see, or not bracket, but this floor support. I'm centering it with my eye measures. I need to make sure that I'm far enough back, I'm far enough out. All right, I'm gonna center punch these bad boys. And I'm using self tappers, but I'm gonna drill the holes out. There's that one. And that one. I'm going to drill these out on both sides before I put it up. Or maybe not. All right, let me go, because I've got some help for the center. This jack stand's gonna, when I get it in here, to put it in is gonna hold it up out toward the center here. Going to make life just a wee bit easier. Let's put her about right there. Oh, didn't mean to pop you guys in the mouth. I bet I'll knock you off the thing too, didn't I? Yeah. Where we going? Here. Whoa, that's not center. That's the center. Hey, let me try that again. I'm glad I looked, man. Yeah, that's, I don't know. No, that'll work. This is, yeah, that'll work. All right, let me get some hot metal shavings in my face right quick. Ow. Get in there. There you go. All right. And ow. All right. You guys are going to have to move. All right. Maybe this will work. Yes, I know I've got safety glasses on the top of my hat. However, I can't see, man. I gotta have my glasses on. All right, here we go. And there went my light. Crap. God. All the struggles. All right. See if we can do this one more time. There we go. All right. So this is what we have right now. All right. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with that hose clamp in a little bit. So the jack's down. Now we got to go the other side. Put that side on. All right. Metal shavings time. All right, come here, dog. There we go. Right there. All right. It's off just a hair, but so what? It still works. There we go. Ow, 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 ow. There we go. Right for the dookie chute. Pops off. Blam, goes right in there. And I'm going to put a couple of pins in it right here so it doesn't pop open. But yeah, that's it. We're done. Get up. So this is how I have to get out of here. It's like a swim move. So yeah, another one done on the old Glampster. So appreciate y'all watching. I really would appreciate a like and a subscribe. I see people watching. The analytics show that people are watching, but no one's hitting that subscribe button. So, you know, if you would do that for me, because there's a special going on it today, and today only. You hit that subscribe button for free. Zero charge. None. It costs you nothing, and it really does help me. I'd like to try to grow this channel, just to see how big I can get it. Something I do for fun. You know, I like to share some of the clumsy stuff I do, and some of the cool things I do. Some of the things I break, some of the things I actually manage to screw up and fix. There's more Sturgis videos coming, so hit that notification bell so you don't miss those. I will be getting back on skid mark. I'm looking for one more part. There's a part that's got me held up. I am dead in the water until I get that, but there's going to be some bikes, some more bikes coming up we're going to do. Got a four-wheeler we're going to do. I'm going to get my old CR250 and going to decide what to do with that. Either like completely like factory restore it, or make it like a replica of Honda Racing's 1989 Supercross motorcycle. So I got to figure that one out too. Don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to be something. But guys, I appreciate it, and I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. That really does help. So all of that said, we're done. Peace out.